Good morning. It is 8:36, so only 36 minutes after when we decided last night that we wanted to leave the town to go to Menton. But it's not our fault, because remember those glorious soundproof windows that Eric was showing off?
Soundproof? Notice how not loud this is? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, not so soundproof. There was a fight that broke out around 5 o'clock in the morning, right in our alleyway. And it got its way into mine and Eric's dreams, and it woke us up. And of course, the girl who's trying to break it up is so loud and obnoxious. And in my dream, she was Kris Jenner. And we just weren't ready to start the day just yet.
Yeah, I'm glad this is not a two-way.
This is narrow.
Where are we going today? Menton?
We're going to Menton,
The plan is to go to Menton first, and then after exploring Menton, we don't have any specific plans there, we just want to explore the city. And after we do that, then we're gonna go to nearby Eze, which is a much, much smaller town, but it's really old, and it's this cool, like, medieval village on a hill. Supposed to be very pretty. So
everyone says you can get that done real quick.
Yeah, so that's the plan.
I was reading about Menton last night, and one of the people whose blogs I read said that you need to be careful not to go too far past Menton, otherwise it adds a lot of time to your drive. Not just because there aren't that many exits on this toll road, but also because after a certain point, everyone's just going to Italy to buy cheaper alcohol. And it's a really pretty drive in the mountains to get to Menton, so guess what happened? Missed the exit.
Border crossing.
We have to go through Italy to get back to Menton.
The rental company won't mind, right?
Just look at that beautiful Italian seaside.
Well, we're in Italy. Look at this bridge. Can you show that? Like how high up we are? These bridges are no joke.
It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, I know, the guardrails.
We're up here.
Yeah.
In the mountains in Italy.
Accidentally wound up in Italy.
Bloody well made it.
It's hard as hell to find parking in this city.
On a Saturday in the summer.
We found the garage, but oh my god, it's so narrow and the ceiling's like 6 inches above the roof of your car. And it was impossible to find a spot. We finally did, and now we're here.
I think we earned ourselves some food.
We absolutely earned ourselves some food.
It's really pretty here, though.
It is really pretty so far. We have no idea what we're gonna do here. We're just gonna walk around and see what we find.
We just wanted to see the city.
Just wanna see the city. Found food, and it's on the water. I hope it's good. Got our first burger in France. I got cordon bleu. Not a bad spot. Whoever's dumb idea it was to walk up a million flights of stairs immediately after eating lunch to get to the tallest point of this city is a dummy. We're on our way back down from the very tippy top of Menton, which was great views. Tried to send the drone up to get some footage, and
My worst nightmare.
yeah, this is something we actually talked about yesterday when we were in Saint-Tropez, and that was the possibility of a bird attacking the drone midair, and that is exactly what happened.
A seagull decided it wanted to eat the drone.
Yeah, I saw that, like it seagull swooped in, pecked at the drone, kind of sent it shaking a little bit. I was like, well, that's the end of that. So I brought it back and landed it, and there's like seagull spit
But
on
it
top
wasn't
of the
just
drone.
one attack. That thing swooped like 3 or 4 times.
No,
for
he
the
was
drone.
going for it. It sucks because I mean this is the view right
They would have been cool to see.
now. Yeah, I was trying to get really sick
at the
footage,
back.
but oh, this is. This town's very hilly, but it's really pretty.
One day beneath the lemon tree, my love and I did lie. A girl so sweet that when she smiled, the stars rose in the sky. We passed that summer lost in love beneath the lemon tree. The music of her laughter hid my father's words from me.
Is chantilly just their word for cream?
I don't know.
Because chantilly cream is a very specific type of cream to me.
Yeah.
Because of Whole Foods.
Right.
But I see it everywhere here.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like their word for cream.
So Menton is the town of lemons. They have the Lemon Festival. They've got lemonade, which I just bought. Lemon perfume, lemon alcohol, lemons. It's the town of lemons, so I had to get some lemonade after our hike. Laura got some mint chocolate chip ice cream, and now we're heading back to the car because we have about a 30-minute drive to Eze, and we're gonna do some more climbing there. Woohoo! We've made it to Eze. Well, we haven't made it to Eze. We've made it to the parking lot like 5 kilometers away from Eze, where the shuttle will take us to Eze. 7 euros to get into the exotic gardens at the top of the Eze village. Worth it?
Well, we just stepped in.
We're
but
10 feet in.
But I'm gonna say it was worth it.
Worth it for this one.
We're not even at the highest point yet.
Literally 10 feet in. Let's go. So it really goes up there.
Yeah. So this is straight up.
Yeah. These are the kind of roads that we had to travel on to get really to any of these towns. I've never felt more on top of the world than up here. I know that we're not even that high up, but the view just really makes you feel kind of tiny.
So we just got to the car from Eze, and whenever we first got there, we got there when a bunch of other people did, and it was like really packed and crowded.
Yeah.
I wasn't loving it. I didn't realize there were so many restaurants and like shops there, and
It's way more touristy than we thought it would be.
But I mean, if you plan on it and you're hungry and you want to eat there, then it's a great view, nice place to chill. Then we went to the gardens.
Yeah, and the gardens alone.
It's worth it.
Yeah, if you go to Eze, go for the gardens alone.
Like, don't even really worry about wandering the city. Like, all that really matters is the gardens. And they're bigger than you would think.
Yeah.
Like, it takes a while to get through it all.
We had to rush because we didn't want to miss the shuttle back to the car, and
Because it's like 10 miles up a mountain.
right, and we might have still, like, I think we saw everything, but I'm not like sure.
No, I think there was a few
some.
like little lower levels we
Yeah.
didn't go to.
Yeah.
And there was like waterfalls and like scenic outlooks and pretty plants, and it smelled beautiful.
I mean, you guys, y'all saw the view. The view is like, you can't beat that. And like, we've been to a lot of beautiful places so far. I think, I was telling Laura on the walk back, I think that's one of the prettiest views I've ever seen in my life. Just crazy. We have a 2-hour drive back. We should probably start that.
Okay.
Okay? Good morning. We're sleepy, but we've got our breakfast and it's time to drive to Marseille, which is 2.5 hours away. And we're gonna spend today going to museums, and that's mostly it.
We might explore the town a little bit, but
Probably see some of the town too.
it's cloudy with a chance of rain, so we're doing inside stuff.
Yeah, either way, we've got to drive 2.5 hours, so let's go do that. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
side. I found us the sketchiest, stinkiest. Like, it smells so much of pee. I miss the honeysuckle of Saint-Tropez. Broken parking garage. But we're ready to explore the day.
We're ready to leave this parking garage.
Yeah, we are.
Wait, what?
What? No.
Where did we go?
We can't get out.
We found our way out, and it's just up the ramp that we drove down to get in. Okay, we found the museum, which is, oh my God. And we found Laura. It's that big building right there.
Does that really hurt you?
No, I'm good. Playing it up for the camera. So now the, tricky part of figuring out if we can get tickets to get in. I think we can. I'm pretty confident, but only one way to find out. Good? All right, let's go. We did it. We saw the museum.
Yeah, it was free today.
Yeah. Turns out it's free on the first Sunday of every month, which is today. It works out because originally we weren't going to come to Marseille until tomorrow, I think. But because of the weather, we flip-flopped it around, and now we're here on a Sunday, and so it was free. So we just walked in. It was great.
It rained.
It rained, so we stayed there longer than anticipated because we didn't have umbrellas or rain jackets. Also, they took my microphone and tripod. I guess none of that is allowed. I had the camera, which is why you saw footage. But it was really cool. We liked it.
Yeah, they had a lot of special musicians that were there, and
Yeah.
we saw some dancing.
We saw a ballet performance. It was mostly about Mediterranean culture and history. It's kind of the general idea of the museum.
Kind of as the name suggests.
Yeah, museum is an acronym for something about the Mediterranean and Europe.
I'm sure he'll put that somewhere.
It'll probably be on screen. Anyway, we're done. We've left, and we're really starving. So we're on our way to find food, and then hopefully to the big palace thing that we're excited to see too. All right, food.
He's got to get the camera.
This was the hardest meal of our lives to acquire. Turns out everywhere, at least here, Laura says this happens in Paris too, but I don't think we ever encountered it. But they all close after lunchtime, like in between lunch and dinner. And so we just kept striking out every restaurant we would go to. But we've ended up here on the water.
Because it's a tourist place, which is why they're open.
Yeah, because all the tourists are here on the water, these restaurants are open. And so we were able to sit down and we're finally going to get a meal. We're both about to die from starvation, but we'll live. Food is on the way.
Okay. So Marseille is not the place for Eric and me. I don't know if it's because we were in a car. It was horrible finding parking.
So, I mean, y'all saw the parking garage that we actually did park at.
Where nothing worked and it smelled like pee.
It smelled like straight up urine, and we saw the toilet seat on the ground on the way out. So that was already rough. when we got back to the car, we were gonna try to drive closer to the palace that we wanted to go see. So we looked up a garage, said it was 24 hours, cool. It was like a 10-minute walk. So we drove there. Hard time getting into it because of construction, so we had to loop around to get to the entrance. We found the entrance, and it was absolutely not a parking garage, or at least not one for normal, everyday
You didn't
parking.
have to pay to go in.
That was the first sign.
That was the first sign. It was like a little hole that had been unearthed very recently.
It was dark. Like if the car didn't auto turn the lights on when we got down, it would have been pitch black. Also, to get down, there's this little ramp that goes down about 20 feet and then curves to the left. And when I say I had about 2 inches of clearance on either side of this car to make this turn, that is the hardest piece of driving I've ever had to do in my life. And then when we got down there, it was a dead end, so I had to turn the car around with like a 5-point turn and then come back up that sketchy ramp. That was terrible.
Our apartment in Austin was bigger than that parking garage, which is not a parking garage. I don't know why Google Maps said it was, but I didn't even care about the car. That was just the scariest place I have ever been to.
We passed a couple of garages that were just completely gated off. Like, I don't know where you're supposed to park. Like, if you don't parallel park on the side of the street, I don't know where you're supposed to park to do anything. It was rough. Anyway, so we're going home.
We need a little more relaxation for our vacation.
Yeah, that was too much stress for one day. So we're just gonna go back to San Tropez and walk our nice pretty alleyways. This looks like a job for cinematographer Laura.